Diego Carlos is back in the matchday squad. Doesn't that sound very, very nice, Villa fans? So welcome to Unai Emery's press conference reaction, where we'll go through all of the main talking points of what happened in the presser. On West Ham's side of things, Antonio bagged 2 goals in the Europa Conference. On Thursday, he's going to be assessed. Paqueta looks like he's going to be okay. And Danny Ings was an unused substitute in that game. So potentially Danny Ings can be starting that game. So Diego Carlos is back. Absolutely buzzing. That's so good. It's so good for the squad. For Carlos to be, travelling down to London with the Villa team, he's back, man. And he'll be so buzzing. And, I feel for any player that's had a long-term injury, because football's all they know. And week in, week out, they get up, they go to training, they focus each week on a potential game at the end of that week. They want to play, and then they follow that cycle. And, to be out for 6 months, 7 months, then it's absolutely huge. So, I'm so happy for him, and I'm buzzing to have him back, and I can't wait to see him play, to be fair. I really want to see him play. I want to see what he's all about. If he could come back into this side somewhat during this season, then it would be absolutely fantastic to see what he's all about. And he's just a welcomed and added addition to the Villa side. In other news, Boubacar Kamara's injury is not as bad as first feared. So he is looking okay. He won't be available for this week, but potentially he might make next weekend as well. So Kamara's injury isn't too bad at all. Then Donker looks like he's going to be out for this game. So it looks like it will be Chambers in the double pivot. And then also Coutinho is also out for this game as well. So let's have a look then at what Unai Emery has said in his press conference. So let's go. He's put on the back-to-back wings, he spoke about, "I am happy and I'm very demanding of the players to improve. Sunday is a new challenge and hopefully we can continue." That's following Crystal Palace. So, yeah, this is where he's learning a lot about the squad, isn't he? He's learning a lot about his players. He's learning how they react to certain situations. And this is probably a big challenge for Emery this week, because he's been focusing on getting Villa, more resolute at home. We're brilliant away from home, but it's the first time that I would say he's had one of his big players out to his system. So, I'm talking about like an instrumental player who's playing in a double pivot, who literally plays each week, who's first down on the team sheet. When he's now got a problem where that player can't play, how does Emery react to this now? Does he just put Chambers in there, or does he do something a little bit different and tweak it completely? I think that's going to be very interesting to see what he does. He has also spoke about the win over Crystal Palace. I was very happy, but I'm very demanding of myself when I think we can do better. We played the first half very well, but we were inconsistent in the second half. So, again, sometimes you feel like we've done okay in a game, and then the manager's then still saying it's still not good enough. It's not what I want more. And I think that's fantastic. That's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear someone coming out saying it was absolutely great and that was it, and then, not searching for anything more. So, I'm really happy that he's still got these high levels. Interestingly, I keep seeing Emery's assistant manager, the one that was at Liverpool. I keep seeing him run around. I went for breakfast last Sunday, and all his little team were in there. And I was like, "Where's Unai?" Oh, I was gutted, man. I just wanted to see him, and do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I've been going to the under-23s, and his team are always there, but he hasn't been there yet. So yeah, I just really want to bump into him. Emery on David Moyes and West Ham. His career is amazing. He has been successful, and they are playing in Europe. Yeah, I will touch on Moyes a little bit. The fact that they are really struggling, aren't they? And they're really persevering with him. And I think is that sort of like, is it the word commendable? Is that a word like where like you think, I don't know. Yeah, so like, I'm thinking of the word commendable. So like they're sticking with him, aren't they? So I think that's, you know, he has done good moves with him, hasn't he? And he did get him into Europe. And I think just because of having one bad spell, I think, can they now get anyone any better than Moyes in to sort of keep them up or do a better job? So I think they should probably stick with Moyes, to be fair. They'll probably get rid of him at the end of the season anyway. So they might get rid of him after this game, actually, once we do him over. He spoke about our focus is how we can play, how we can manage the 90 minutes and impose our idea. We are not going to think about West Ham consequences. It's about how we can move up the table. Again, like, it's a challenge, isn't it? Can we get into this top 10? I am sick of seeing that Premier League table when the Sky put it on and we're not on that top bracket. Right, we need to be on that top bracket because I had enough of like looking at it, thinking, not on there, man. Like, I just want to be in that top 10. Diego Carlos is training every day. It's the first time he could be included in the squad. And the most important thing is to build a team, a family, and a winning mentality. We will try and connect with them, our supporters, and use their energy. So that is all. Another really good press conference from Emery, speaking well, speaking about demanding more, speaking about a willingness to try and get this club back where it needs to be. So some big news on Carlos. Good news on Kamara's injury not being too bad as well. So, yeah, that's brilliant. I have also dropped the newest episode on my new channel, The Kickoff. It's a new concept where each week before a match weekend, we'll pick 5 games. We'll talk about those 5 games. We'll predict the results. We'll talk about each team. We'll have a look at all the other fixtures as well. And then we'll input it into a Premier League calculator, which will calculate what happens off my predictions after that game week. So have a look. If you haven't subscribed, go and subscribe. Show some support. I'm really trying to build that channel as well. Sort of like a side hustle to Up the Villa podcast. It's going really well. We've got some good subscribers now. We're getting some decent views. We've got 2 watch-alongs tomorrow that we're doing on that channel as well. So the link will be in the description. But yeah, I can't wait for the game against West Ham. Really looking forward to it. I think we're going to win. We've got enough in us to win. Up the Villa. Up the Unai. Come on.